Bluetooth as a protocol has been around for quite a while. Originally created, the specification created in 1994 through a conglomeration of companies. We had Ericsson, IBM, Intel, Toshiba, and Nokia. They all came together looking for a way to transmit data wirelessly between devices, maybe a phone, maybe a laptop, maybe a computer, whatever. They wanted to do wireless transfer of data. So they came up with Bluetooth. Specification 1994. The Bluetooth SIG, or Special Interest Group, was formed in 1998. As of now, in the 2020s, we are over 35,000 member companies as part of the Bluetooth Special Interest Group. Any company can go and join the Bluetooth SIG, and with that you receive a unique identifier for products that you create, and you get to contribute to the Bluetooth specification if you so choose. Now there's kind of two classes of attacks when it comes to Bluetooth. There's the old school stuff, and now there's the Bluetooth 4 and 5 stuff. So in the old school category, this is when we had, the early 2000s, we had the cell phones that could like transmit a contact card via Bluetooth, and that's where these old school attacks come into play. You can send messages with Bluetooth. We have 4 we're looking at here: bluejacking, blue sniffing, blue snarfing, and blue smacking. Bluejacking, as we can see here, sending messages over Bluetooth through contact sharing. So you could create a new contact, put a message in there like, I see what you're doing online, and you're sitting in the coffee shop, you send it to someone, Blue sniffing is like war driving for Wi-Fi, except you are, seeing which Bluetooth devices exist in certain places, tying that to a physical location on the earth, and now you know that a Bluetooth device exists there. However, most of the time Bluetooth devices are moving. Blue snarfing, stealing data via Bluetooth, and blue smacking, denial of service, affecting availability of the target device. So I mentioned bluejacking, creating a contact, sharing it via Bluetooth in order to, as we see here, elicit a response from your target, or guerrilla marketing. So as you're walking around downtown San Francisco, you are constantly sending out this contact saying, hey, go eat at Joe's Sandwich Shop, as an example. Some tools used for these old school attacks. I have all the URLs listed here, from Bluetooth browser down to blue diving. Take a look at these tools. Given the current state of Bluetooth versus what it was 20 years ago, the tools have changed a little bit. So we talked about a lot of vulnerabilities that existed, 20 years ago. But is Bluetooth still relevant in the 2020s? Absolutely, and it's a lot more fun. Because back then it was just audio and contact sharing, and you got your headset on and everyone's walking around with their big microphone and looking cool. But now in the 2020s, we have Bluetooth Smart. It came around with Bluetooth version 4. And with Bluetooth Smart or Bluetooth Low Energy, we have the ability to very easily interact with Bluetooth devices, change settings, receive data, all without pairing. So it becomes a very interesting avenue of investigation of smart devices. And when we get into the IoT section of this course, you'll see a lot more about Bluetooth. But we do need to talk about the fact, particularly because we're in this wireless section, some tools you can use to interact with Bluetooth devices. So we have NRF Connect and Gattaker, G-Attacker. I'm not exactly sure the correct pronunciation of the tool, but let's take a look at NRF Connect first. So NRF Connect comes in mobile version as well as a desktop version. This screenshot here is from the mobile version. And what I did was, with this screenshot, I installed the application and I started it. And what it does is it scans the local area looking for Bluetooth devices, and it'll show them to you. So I found one, I clicked on it, and we can see here that the self-identified name of this device is Battery Monitor. I don't know what this is, but it's in my house, which is really interesting. I hit connect, and I can then enumerate the GATT database. GATT is Generic Attribute Database, and I can see what characteristics this device offers that I might be able to read. Now this one right here, if I could circle that real quick, it has the property of notify, and what this means is that you can subscribe to this characteristic and receive, provided you're connected, receive updates whenever it changes. And it was. Every second this data was changing. Now this is an unknown characteristic, so it's proprietary to whoever made this particular battery monitor. But, and I don't know what this data is, of course. Now I start with the whole reverse engineering process, right? See if I can figure out what that device is. And then also look for characteristics that I can write to. So this little up arrow right here will allow me to send data to a characteristic. This is a lot of fun to play with. If you're sitting in the passenger seat of a car sometime, fire up NRF Connect Desktop and see what you can connect to and play with. And the next application, GAttacker or Gattaker, again, I'm guessing it's Gattaker because generic attribute attacker is how it might be pronounced. I'm not particularly sure. But it is essentially a proxy for Bluetooth Low Energy connections. Very interesting. So you can see here, it creates a copy of the attacked device in the Bluetooth layer. Then the phone would connect to the desktop, which is emulating the device that you are attacking, then proxying the data through. So you get a machine in the middle situation wherein your computer becomes that device. You're proxying the data back and forth. And what can you do with that? You can sniff it, modify it, intercept, and take control. What sort of authentication is included in that exchange of information? A lot of fun.